Oh my God. I've been trying to go live and now I got to stream. Oh my God. Hmm. And I was about to get my water. I didn't mean to. I'm going to get my water so I can pour myself a cup of tea. I have some chai here. And for those of you who don't know, my name is Saycon Sengbloh and you're watching Saycon Talks. I'll be right back. How is everybody doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I had everything ready a minute ago. I had my tunes ready, my water ready. I logged on, and I don't know if anybody could see me or not. I know I couldn't see anything. This is my glasses look. Y'all saw the topic? Dating for nerds. That's what we're going to talk about today. Self-proclaimed nerd right here. Right here. Dating for nerds. I'm going to let y'all come in the room a little bit. Whoever might be coming in. What's up? What's up, Darth Cloud? What's up, my people? What's up? I appreciate anybody who may want to come in and check out this chat. Just a little chat. I won't be on here too late. I put my chai in my strainer already. And I'm just gonna pour a little tea. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to keep yourself healthy. So I got this oil of oregano here. I'm gonna do a little drop. If I cough, don't laugh at me because this stuff is strong. If y'all don't know, you find out it's strong. I'm not even gonna squeeze a plunger. I'm just gonna let a little drop go. That's some strong stuff. Woo! Let it marinate before I get into my chat, before I get into my talk for today. Sometimes I be hot, sometimes I'm cold. Can you hear me better when I talk in here? Blow, blow. So this episode tonight is dedicated to my sister. Her old nickname was Blow Blow for Sengbloh. So I'm playing a little blow blow music. I'm gonna turn this down. I don't want to get no copyright strike. Look, y'all, it's the time of clean hands. Even though I've been team clean hands pre-shelter in, I've been team clean hands. My hands are clean. I'm actually making some cornbread in there as well. So maybe that's why the stream went out. So I needed a chance to let my cornbread finish and turn it back. For a little company called T2. I'm not sponsored by them, but it's a really good chai. It's strong and I lost. See if I can. Yeah, it's been like a whole week since I logged on last, and hey, it's real out in these streets. We all been adjusting, a lot of changes going on, and so yeah, that's why I haven't been on. But life goes on. I think we all have been doing our part, hopefully, in the current situation right now. America, the world, everybody's being asked to reflect on your life, right? So I must say this oregano is just like marinating in the back. It's just marinating. It's not the best. Again, I see there's a few people in the chat. Please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for coming over to visit with me, to chat with me, to see what I'm talking about. My name is Saycon Sengbloh. I am a self-proclaimed nerd, theater nerd. I've been doing musical theater for all of my adult life. And people like myself, we fall into this very specific category. Our music tastes really vary. Our personal tastes vary. The types of things we like, the types of places we like to go tend to vary from the average. A lot of us don't necessarily, hey, Christine, what's up? Shout out to Christine Horn. A lot of us don't necessarily do the average day-to-day things that people like to do. People like to, for example, go to sports games, football, basketball. But man, let me tell you, these musical theater people like myself, we tend to have a lot of varied interest. Anybody who follows my Instagram might see me making tea every day, almost every day. I love to make tea. I'm gonna add a little almond milk here. I love to make tea. It's one of my favorite things. It's very relaxing. I get into the herbs of it all, the different types of natural sweeteners, all kinds of things. And this might not necessarily be the most immediately appealing thing for someone like myself. And so I want to speak to nerds today. I have a long time. A lot of you, or some of you who follow me may know that I was in a lot of musicals. I've been in some TV shows, some movies, doing a lot of different things. And because of that, my dating life, I would say, if anybody has had a colorful dating life in the comments, say, it's been interesting. But I recently decided to make some changes so that I could go out more. When you're saving your voice and having to sing all the time, you spend a lot of time protecting yourself. So this whole shelter in thing is not new for some of us singers, some of us entertainers. We spend a lot of time sheltering in and protecting ourselves. So I want to name a few things that we have to make sure that we do in order to have a better dating life as nerds. Right? So on my list, I'm going to say right now, it's going to be, let me look at my notes. Yeah. The top 5 items that I would mention or recommend for someone who wants to get out of their shells, someone who's used to staying at home, who tends to be a homebody, but wants to, let's spill this. It's hot. It's very hot. Again, I'm sipping chai for any of you tea lovers, ataya lovers. Ataya is a popular term for the African tea ceremony. And when I did my DNA test, my dad was from Liberia, my mom's American. But when I did my DNA, I found out I had some Senegalese blood. And I said, oh, that's probably why I love the ataya. I love tea. I love the tea. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and start off. Number 1 is hygiene. This is something that a lot of people take for granted. I have witnessed in my own personal dating life when people who found themselves interested in me or wanted to go out with me approached me and there was an issue going on. Take baths, people. A lot of people do not put as much time and energy into their hygiene as they would need to. I say for myself, I'll be totally honest. I take a lot of baths. I wear a lot of makeup. I do all this glitz and glamour. But then when it came to my day-to-day life, I spent half of my life walking around with a baseball cap on and eyelashes. Anybody who's ever been on Broadway, anybody who's ever been in the theater world knows that sight. On a Saturday afternoon between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., there are girls from shows all over that are walking around with baseball caps and eyelashes. You got Lion King girls with stripes and speckles still on their faces. You got girls from all kinds of shows. Chicago with like extra deep, contour. Everybody's walking around like with their show beat on because they don't want to change their makeup. They don't want to have to redo their makeup for the second show. I mean, it's just all kinds of stuff going on. And myself, I am guilty. I definitely walked around with the stocking cap, baseball cap look for a long time. And I decided to stop and put a little time into my personal hygiene, put a little time into my personal look, take time to beautify myself, take time to, put a little personal touch on my look so that I didn't just, do the schlumpadinka walking around all day, every 2 show day thing. So that's one of the big things I say for girls and guys. I have gone out with some guys who were really into natural things, natural life, and maybe brush your teeth. You got to keep your teeth together. So, oh man, I think we're getting a little bit of we might be buffering a little bit, but if we are, just refresh your feed, and don't forget to hit the like if you're enjoying this conversation. One of the things that I noticed about people and their hygiene, people who get really comfortable, is that a lot of us actors, especially those of us who work in theater, we spend a lot of time in character, and we don't want to get out of character and find our own personal character. So check your hygiene, get into your personal look. Today I decided to give you guys a little ponytail action, Africa earrings, a little chai. Why not? Action number 2 is go where the people that you like are. I got new neighbors, y'all. They making noise. If there is a type of person that you're into, and you know that they don't do the types of things that you do, you have to venture out and go to the places where they are. I always I always make a joke for musical theater people. For in our entertainment industry, I always make a joke. I always say, well, depending on where you're at, you may not be around people who actually are attracted to you. This happens all the time. We spend our time hanging out. We spend our time with coworkers. We spend a lot of time with coworkers, people who drive us crazy, people who we love, we party with, we work with, we do shows with, and then we don't necessarily, want to. What they say? You don't want to shit where you eat. So you don't want to necessarily date people that you work with. So you want to go places where you'll meet people who you're into. So if you work in an environment where there's not a lot of straight guys, and you're a girl who likes straight guys, you got to go to where the straight guys are. So if you're a girl who's a theater nerd and you feeling like the whole yourself at a sports bar, you have to take that extra time, change up that wig cap look, find yourself at the sports bar, and meet somebody you might like. Nerds come in different flavors. Y'all ignore the reflection. You got hip hop nerds. You know what I'm saying? You got your Questlove types that love hip hop. They can name every hip hop song that ever came out. They know every MC that did everything at every time. Those people who are, oh man, they love music, right? They love hip hop. You got your hip hop nerds. You got your rock and roll nerds. Honey, I got props today, y'all. These are all me, by the way. All my own. You got your rock and roll nerds. This is my ode to Prince, Purple Rain. So many types of nerds, right? Thank you, Christine. Yeah, there's a lot of different types. And of course, your musical theater nerds. I classify myself in this category because of my unique tastes, because of the types of things that I like, the types of things that I like to watch on TV, my quirkiness, that's why I would put myself in that category. But I don't think I'm actually really a proper musical theater nerd, because a lot of shows I don't know the music to. So I lose my musical theater card with that. What's the next thing I'm gonna say? So you're gonna make sure you do your hygiene, you hook yourself up, you look nice, you brush your teeth, you bathe. Brilliant event. I'm not gonna get too specific because I don't want to tell on nobody. I went to this event, and after the show, I was hugged, and I hugged this one person. And let me just say, this young lady had an issue with her smell. I'll say that. I don't know when the last time was she washed her hair. I don't know when the last time was that she washed her clothes. I don't know. She sounded amazing in her performance, but she smelled terrible. And we had some great chat. She's like, girl, what you doing? Who you going out with? You know, that's the thing. That's what girls do. We talk. We ask about who we're dating, this and the other. And then she was kind of asking me for advice. Now, I'm not the queen of dating advice, but I do enjoy going on dates. I do like to get out there, right? But I just with that, right? Once you've taken yourself to places where you will see the type of people that you like, if you're a straight girl, you need to go where straight guys are. If you're a gay girl, you need to go where gay girls. You can't just sit around and spend all your time with your coworkers. That's just not going to cut it, right? So once you've done that, your hygiene, once you've gone to this place, then your third step is to have the right vibe. If you want them to approach you, you need to have the vibe that says, I'm approachable, I'm nice, I'm cool, I'm open. If you're sitting back in the corner, holding up the wall, the shy wallflower holding up the wall, that's not going to get it. If you are a guy and there's a girl across the room and you've been eyeing her for a long time and you want to, possibly get her number, just approach, just say hi. A lot of people are waiting to be approached, and we spend a lot of time online, you guys. We spend a lot of time in our phones, on our computers. We spend a lot of time in our books, playing our video games. And when you get out into the real world, you just find that out in the real world, you have to work a little harder to connect with people. Some people find harder than others. So if you have a hard time talking to people, do some work on that. Work on that, try to find the part of yourself that is that wants to talk more than is afraid to talk. I mean, I face that every time I get on YouTube. I love to chat and I like to learn about people. I like to study people. And every time I get on, there's a different time. So I got a different crowd. There's a different vibe in the chat. I find that boldness in myself and I go for it. So my nerds, male and female, be bold. Be bold, be friendly. Let the people know that that you're open. Right? I'm playing Blow Blow again. Again, shout out to my sister Mokonje. I'm shouting out Mokonje because she works in the healthcare industry, and a lot of people are working while many of us are at home doing our sheltering. So Mokonje is one of those people who is working every day. So that's why we're sheltering in, right? If anybody's sheltering in, say hello, say shelter in. So you got your hygiene, you got your going to the right place, you've got your vibe together. This other one is really funny to me, and this one is about timing. Timing is important. The thing that I notice with people and timing is that you can see the most beautiful woman in the world, or she's going to the ATM. She's reaching in her wallet. She's checking out her surroundings. She's putting her card in. She's trying to get her cash out. Ding, ding, ding. Excuse me. How you doing? That is not the right time to try to approach a woman. You don't want to approach people when they are in guarded positions, when they're dealing with their money. If they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like if a woman is at the ATM or she's at the bank, give her a chance. Let her finish her business. Let her handle her business first. You know what I'm saying? If a woman is checking out at the cash register that you want, and you may not get the right answer, which leads me to the final thing. I'm gonna tie that in with timing and vibes. The final thing that you have to keep in mind is you have to try again. It's a numbers game in this world. And a lot of us, I think we are so sensitive getting rejected, having someone, that you've been eyeing and having your eye on all night. You looking at them, they looking at you, you looking at them, they looking at you, you approach, and then they're like, blah, blah. They say no, they're not interested, or they act like they can't hear you. We can, face a lot of dissing. We get dissed a lot, right? This tea is so good. Even if you approach a person and they turn you down, there are a million more people. Right now, it's the perfect time for getting to know people because you can't really physically approach people at this point. You gotta look, let me tell y'all about my DMs. This here shelter in situation got people shooting a shot. Okay? Shoot your shot. Why not? You go on a DM, the direct messenger for those of us who don't do Instagram. If you see a person on social media and you find yourself interested in that person, reach out, make a comment under their page, hit them up in the, you know what I mean? Like, say hello, now don't say something creepy, okay? Timing is everything. And these times that we're in right now provide us the opportunity to get to know people, to have real good, genuine conversation, right? These are my screen vision. They're like the blue blockers. Shield your eyes from blue light. You see in the commercial. Wait, let me make sure they're clean. It says shield your eyes from blue light. So I'm going to shield my eyes. I put these on when I've been on my computer too long. I've been on all night. I've been typing. I've been writing. I've been whatever it is I've been doing. Then I put these on and they help block that light. Another nerd look. This is like a real authentic Saycon nerd look. This. Is anybody having tea, a drink, a glass of wine? What is it? What y'all doing? What y'all doing? What y'all doing? What are y'all doing during y'all's shelter in time? What are you doing to prepare yourself for when you get out? Okay. Right now is the time to prepare yourself. If you think you're going to be getting out in these nerdy dating streets, once it's over, you want to have, as I told one of my friends earlier today, you want to have built some alliances so that you can have people that you can connect with when it's all over. Mm-hmm. I see several people in the chat who not saying nothing. Usually my people, they be all in my chat with my questions. Where my questions at? It's okay. I get it. Everybody's a little shy today. KK and Christine, I appreciate you guys being in the chat. So just to go over my 5 pointers for nerd dating. These are for girls and guys, not just guys, because guys aren't the only ones who are nerds. But for us quirky theater people, serious focused business people, themselves in that category of being a nerd, break out of your shell, take a chance. It's a numbers game and you can do it. I do it all the time. I've been having a good time with my personal dating life. I'm very proud of myself because I went a very long time where all I did was focus on work, and I see good things happening on the horizon. I'm trying to be mum, y'all. I don't want to tell all my business. I'm trying to be mum, but good things are happening on the horizon. Oh, I wanted to give you guys one more pointer. I was talking to someone who we went through this period where he was like calling me all the time, constantly. I'm single, y'all, in case you're wondering. All the people who asking, yes, I'm single. I'm not married. There's no ring on my finger, right? I was talking to someone who sort of called me all day and text me all day, right? And finally we got a chance to talk. This was a couple of weeks ago before, everything got to where we couldn't get out and we couldn't do anything. And we were talking and I said, we just in a conversation, I said, when's the last time you went out on a date? And he said, oh, I don't go out on dates. He said, I think it's been a couple of years since the last time I went on a date. And I was like, a couple of years? And he was like, yeah, I only approach women when I know that, she's like the one for me, that I could be, my dream girl. And I was like, man, I said, I think you might need to go out on dates a little bit more, because, and I feel this approach works with acting as well as dating. When you walk into a situation where you're talking to somebody, you're trying to romance them, and you are so hungry, so thirsty for love, for that job, for attention, whatever it is, when you are so thirsty, that thirst is like actually date repellent. So it's kind of like food. Like, instead of waiting, like every single meal that you have is not going to be Thanksgiving dinner, but you still got to eat every day, right? So it's okay to go out, do casual dates, to hang out, even with someone who you might not right off the bat feel is your perfect dream partner. It's okay. Like, lighten up. You know what I mean? Like, have a few dates, have a few things, have a cup of tea. I don't always recommend tea and coffee dates. I think people should spend a little bit more time, especially as ladies, because we spend so much time getting ready, darling. We can't just spend all of that glamour on a cup of coffee. But if it comes to that, I would recommend doing that rather than just waiting until like this person is like the love of your life. Then the stakes are just too high. The stakes are so high that, it kind of happens that you end up driving the person away. Every last little drop, like, it's like before you eat dinner, eat a little appetizer, eat some snacks, like go out on a few dates so that it doesn't feel so crucial. You guys take a minute to subscribe to my, come on for a while. I was adjusting to this whole sheltering. I'm trying to, there's that magic word that if you say it, they, YouTube is special out in these, it's special out in these YouTube streets. But since we've been doing the shelter in, I haven't been going live as much, but I will be coming on a lot more. I'm working on my channel, tweaking some things, and I'm really excited about what's to come. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Let me see this. I had everything set up before. And let me see. I want to just pop this in the comments. If it does come through, I'd love to make sure that you guys can see it. And that is, let's see. That is my Instagram. For a long time, I had a different Instagram name, but my Instagram name is my name, which is Saycon Sengbloh. So I'm going to pop that over here. You guys can, there we go. Hopefully it'll click through. Some people tell me it can't sometimes, but visit my Instagram, subscribe. You'll probably see me more live over here. I go live over there here and there, but check me out here. You guys have a good night.